you ever wondered how to navigate as women professors in academia?
Everybody has a unique journey, a unique story with defining moments, struggles, and joys along their journeys.
We are here to celebrate each journey where we can share our stories, insights, and inspirations. I am Thasarat
And I am Cat. This is WPO,
Women Professors of Ophthalmology,
Journey into Academia.
Today, we have the privilege of interviewing two distinguished professors who not only excel and successful in their respective fields, but also share a deep commitment to supporting women's mentorship and fostering diversity.
These remarkable women professors have dedicated their careers to breaking barriers and empowering the next generation of ophthalmologists and women in science.
Our first guest is Dr. Lynn Gordon. She is Professor Emerita of Ophthalmology at the Stein Eye Institute and was the inaugural Senior Associate Dean for Equity and Diversity Inclusion at the David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA. Dr. Gordon is also an active clinician scientist. Dr. Gordon has held multiple leadership positions, including being a current member of the board of the North American Neuro-Ophthalmology Society, past president of the California Academy of Eye Physicians and Surgeons, and also past president of WPO Women in Ophthalmology.
And our next guest is also Dr. Sandra Kazahn Masur. She's a professor of ophthalmology and of pharmacological sciences and the founding and current director of its Office for Women's Careers at the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai in New York. She has been principal investigator for numerous NIH-funded studies on the cell biology of membrane transport and corneal wound healing for 35 years. Thank you both for spending your time with us today.
I think what you're talking about is a lot of things that I experienced. I think a lot of things that all of us experienced. In one lecture, I likened my career to a pinball, that old-fashioned pinball, where you pull the lever back and you just see where that ball goes, and how fast you pull what lever depends on where the ball winds up, whether it's a phenomenal prize or not. And I think what you're talking about is taking opportunity, and we don't have a map when we start out of where we're going to finish. At least I didn't, you didn't. I think most people don't. We think when we're young, we know exactly what we're going to do. But as you look across a career, when you get to the end of your career and look back, you realize how many doors opened and you took that opportunity. And you also think about some of the doors that opened and you didn't. Yeah. And your career is made of making those choices and segueing.
Yeah, I was really impressed listening to both of you, and I didn't realize you both traveled from such a different background, and then you're here in, ophthalmology and research in such a very convoluted way and very exciting way. But similar to you, I was thinking of a game, but I was thinking of like a video game or something where you're going and you hit the barrier, and you either break through the barrier or you kind of bounce in a different direction and kind of go a different route. And also what Sandy was saying was like a spider web. But I think, like you said, the common theme is we have barriers, whatever we do, we find that new opportunities are unexpected. They arise, they lead us to different ways. And probably the important thing is you're not giving up. You're continuing to kind of go in those different directions without being afraid. And then just you make these amazing connections that get you eventually to something you love. The other thing I also heard between the two of you were that you're following your passion and, you're doing multiple things at once sometimes, things that you don't expect. Like Lynn, you were doing 3 different careers at the same time. And then Sandy's got a child and doing all these things. But women are adaptable. I mean, we're very adaptable and we're good at that. And that's a strength. And I think what you both showed us is you create a new balance that works. So that's fantastic.
I'd like to quote a friend who's now Professor Emerita at Stanford, who headed their first women's center, who is an economist, and her name is Myra Strober, and she talks about juggling and how you're always juggling in your career. And she said, and you learn to recognize which of the things you're juggling can bounce and which, if it drops, will break. And so you really learn not only how to juggle, but really where to put your priorities and your concerns. And I think you're right. Women need to learn how to juggle, but they also need to be extremely creative and to look at an opportunity for what it means to them and not allow other people to define it for them.
Yeah, that's certainly well said. And also similarity that I heard from both of your stories are mentorship, like early mentorship, collaboration. Those can be quite transformative in the career. Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful having both of you, and you sharing your stories, your tips and advice. And so we really are grateful.
And we're grateful for you. It's wonderful for us to see what your generation is doing. I mean, you've got your own challenges. They're different than the ones we face. Some of them, unfortunately, are still the ones we faced. But it's just been superb to have the opportunity to see what is available to you and how rich your resources are and how talented you all are. So thank you for what you're doing.
Right. You each have already succeeded as being full professors and amazing clinicians and amazing individuals. And we're grateful for the opportunity to hear from people that are a bit older than most of the individuals in the WPO.
Well, thank you very much to both of you again. We've really appreciated your time. We're excited to hear more, and we will, I guess, see everyone again for our next podcast.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a wonderful summer.
You too. Bye.